And today I'm going to be showing you another study with me, and following my last study with me I have decided to stick to the voiceovers. So this morning I started work at 7:30 and I just started off by going through some English war critics. So I was just learning a few different quotes that I could then incorporate in essays. And then at 8 o'clock I decided to write a timed English paragraph, which is something that I do every morning, which you will know if you've watched my morning routine. So then next I went through one of my RS essay plans, and I know that I'm just highlighting, so it's really passive revision, but I wasn't too confident on this topic and I just wanted to go through it, and I thought that this would actually be quite a good way of just refreshing my memory of the topic. So this is one of the most recent topics we've done, and usually I will have an exemplar essay, but there are many components of the sexual ethics topic, so I've only done 2 exemplar essays and I haven't done one for homosexuality, so I was just writing an exemplar introduction for that here. So then next I just decided to go through my gender and theology essay and write up a Quizlet for this, which is something that I hadn't got round to doing yet, and I was listening to the Book of Henry soundtrack, which is so great for revision. So then I just went through my flashcards on conscience, because this is probably my weakest topic on the ethics paper. And then I actually went through the textbook and I went through my original notes and I just added to them and did some extra critical research as well, so that I would have more substance to my essays, and this was just so useful because I feel so much more confident with the topic now. So then next I decided to do some chemistry revision, and I just went through the reactions of the halide ions with sulfuric acid. So then I needed to do some printing, so I just went downstairs and did a Quizlet whilst it was printing because our printer is really slow. And then I went upstairs and I was just going through these sheets from ChemRevise and highlighting them, colour coding it depending on whether I was confident with it, whether I needed to learn it, whether I needed to understand it. And these ChemRevise notes are so useful. If you are studying for chemistry A-level, I really recommend having a look. So then I just made 2 of these mind maps for the Great Gatsby and Poems paper for English, and I just start with a theme and basically brainstorm and write up what I would talk about if this theme came up. And then next I decided to do some blurting on the topic that I just learnt, gone over on the ChemRevise sheets to see how much I could remember. And then I just went back in a different colour and put in the things that I forgot. And then lastly, I just did this timed RS paragraph on religious language, and I actually decided to stop work at 12:30 this day and have a 3-hour lunch break because I'm never as productive in the afternoon, and I wanted to see whether I would be more productive if I had this break. So I went through and just planned for what I was going to do after this 3-hour break, and that's basically just what I'm doing here. And then I went through my to-do list and just checked off everything that I had done that morning. You don't even want to know how messy my bedroom has got. It's terrible. And since I'm finishing work for, well, it was meant to be 12, but it's now 12:40. That's fine though. I'm gonna tidy up my room because I haven't actually properly tidied it for a while, and just studying, you can see this is what my room gets like when I study. So here is me tidying my room, and as you can see, it took me such a long time because it was just so messy. I'm so surprised that I let my room get this messy, but it's fine because it's tidy now. I actually decided to take down these to-do lists that I put up on my wall because I'd made another to-do list by then and it just wasn't necessary. And I had lots of paper as well, which I needed to sort through, as you can see. So we decided to go out for lunch, my sister, my mum and I, and this was us in the car singing along to the Matilda the Musical soundtrack, which is our favourite musical. And Martha was holding my camera out of the window, so I wasn't very happy with her. So this is us in the cafe where we had lunch. And I tried to do some flashcards, but I kept on getting distracted talking to my mum and sister. So then our food came, and my sister and I decided to time-lapse us eating the food. And as you can see, Martha is a much faster eater than I am. She managed to finish a whole burger when I had only basically eaten half of it. This is so satisfying to watch back. And then in the car I managed to go through my flashcards, which I meant to go through earlier. So our dogs were obviously very excited when we got home, and when I got up to my room, because I'd bought this folder whilst we were out, I decided to just go through my paperwork and basically sort it out and sort it into this folder. And I didn't actually decide to film in the afternoon, so I have made this only a productive morning study routine.